Okay, so Abby, can you tell me then why you chose to do the course? What made you want to do the Trinity CertTESOL?
Yeah, well, I graduated from university in July and I did an English language course. And there was a TESOL module sort of on the last semester of that, and I really, really enjoyed it. Straight from uni, I then started to volunteer in Toxteth, just round the corner from me. And that was kind of a women's only kind of refugee ESOL classes. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, but because I didn't really have that kind of, that teaching experience, I kind of just started as a class assistant. So I'd work kind of closely with anyone who needed help, and I'd just, hand out pens and things and kind of just help where I was needed. But I really wanted to kind of take that next step then and be, lead my own class and have my own ESOL class. So that's when I started to look for a TESOL course to do and found you guys. So now that I do it, I now have my own ESOL class. I have an entry one class that I teach twice a week.
Fantastic, right? So and how has then doing the course helped you with running that class twice a week?
Well, massively. So my core teaching experience is just I'm a GCSE tutor, so I do national curriculum,
Hmm.
obviously to speakers of English, native speakers. So the style of teaching is completely different and really something that I had to kind of adapt to, and I learned a lot from especially our unknown language classes because it really
Mm.
helped me to kind of imagine what it's actually like to be in a language classroom, and the importance of those kind of paralinguistic, your gestures and how you explain things and how important clarity is. Because in my
Mm.
GCSE lessons, I can go on and on and on about all of these anecdotes and this, and everyone follows, but that's not the same in these ESOL classes. So I've picked up a lot from being in that, that unknown language class, but also just things like classroom management and how important it is to kind of, really clearly structure a lesson as well, and
Mm.
have those kind of leading and those kind of context setting, sections before you then introduce that main kind of task. And I can kind of tell my lessons feel more successful every week now that I'm kind of doing my teaching practice and I've got these input sessions as well. So yeah, really, really beneficial. It's really changed kind of how I teach.
What are your plans? Are you planning to try and work more in ESOL or look for more paid employment? What are
Yeah, I
your
can I
plans?
can definitely kind of feel that transition now from kind of GCSE tuition
Mm.
to ESOL. Hopefully the first thing I'd like to do is to just pick up those voluntary classes more. At the moment, I
Mm.
I do
Mhm.
two a week, sometimes one, because of my teaching practice lands at the same time as
Mm.
one of those ESOL classes. So the first thing I'll do is probably pick that up. But I was kind of thinking about carrying on with going down that kind of GCSE A level tuition. But now I've done this, and how rewarding it feels, and you're really making a difference to someone's life. Um,
Mm.
I'd love to go into employment in ESOL definitely.